Hi there, you're watching Motor Trend. I'm Johnny Lieberman, and this is the Audi Concept C. And I'm arguing this is the most important vehicle Audi's done in approximately awesome, and then you get to the rear. And I am just gaga for the rear end of this car because it's both classic, modern. You see the heritage back to the Type C race car from the 30s. You see the TT, you see the R8, it's all there. And what I'm hearing is that starting in 2027, every Audi is gonna have this design language, not only on the exterior, but also inside the car. Let's go take a look at that. What Audi has done with this interior is really cool. They came to the conclusion that yes, touchscreens are inevitable. You gotta have them. The amount of stuff cars can do, the amount of capability that can be added via a software update, you gotta have a configurable touchscreen for that. It's a very functional touchscreen, but you don't have to look at it all the time. You simply hit a switch, boom, goes away. Also, remember I said click of a control. All the switchgear here, first of all, it's all aluminum. There's no plastic here, but it all makes the same clicking noise, which is really cool. We saw aluminum switchgear for the first time on the Audi TT Concept. They put into production cars where every piece of thing you touched or pulled or clicked made the same noise. That's great, and it's nice to see them getting back to that instead of having like the clicky touch screens, which no one really wanted that. The other thing they've done, which I think is great, is they've banished plastic from inside the cabin. They're using fabrics here on the doors. Anything that looks like aluminum is aluminum, like the handle to open the door here. The carpets are actually real shag carpets. I don't know if that'll make production, but it's very cool. The dash here, it's forged or chopped carbon fiber, similar to what Lamborghini uses. The top of the dash, it's this kind of like cool rubber, neoprene, elephant skin, dolphin skin kind of thing, but it's not like a plastic. It's not a greasy, hard plastic. Now, are they gonna do this for every car in the range? No, there's a certain price point, which when you fall below that, there will be some plastic instead of carbon fiber. But for the premium stuff, the interiors are gonna be like this, which I think is fantastic. I really feel, especially when we see the production version of this, that if they can maintain what they're doing here in the Concept C, this sort of interior spread out across the range is really going to put Audi back in front when it comes to car interiors. And now we drive. Okay, well, first thing I'm noticing is that there is a sound. It's not like, the rumble of an engine, but it does make some noise. I don't know if that's... Actually, there's no speakers, so it's coming from the motor. Second thing I'm noticing is this feels finished. This doesn't feel like a prototype. The steering is really good. And look, I mean, with the exception of that one R8, like, we've wanted a rear-wheel drive, two-door Audi forever. And this is it. This is great. More than 500 horsepower on just the rear axle. They're not working, well, they're saying they're not working on an all-wheel drive version yet. Of course they will. Quattro is an Audi brand value, but for now, their priority is this rear drive one. And the steering is incredibly direct. The Audi PR guy was actually yelling at me earlier saying like, oh, you always bash Audis because they're always like front heavy. Well, this is not front heavy. This is a very, very linear steering, really smooth feeling car actually. It's very quick. It's a very quick car. They said, don't push it. And I was at about, I don't know, about like a third of the way through the throttle pedal there. And I was not even close to wide open throttle and not even close to full acceleration. This thing scoots. So can't wait to actually, get on a larger road with, less tractors on it and really open this thing up, because this is going to be a great driving car. I can tell. It's not the first generation TT, which was like a very sporty looking car that wasn't that sporty. It's not that. It's not a Volkswagen Golf with a cool body on it. This is a sports car that is previewing kind of the rebirth of the Audi brand. Everything we're seeing here, the shape, the form factor, this sort of interior, this is going to be on all future Audis starting around 2027. And like, what a great jumping off point. So does it, 100% plug the hole left by the R8? No, but at 500 horsepower or more, it's already, probably there in terms of performance. And again, this is just the rear driver. This isn't the inevitable all-wheel drive one that will happen. That'll, who knows how much power, who knows how quick it'll go. So Audi is, they've got something very cool here with the Concept C. So yeah, wrapping this up, I'm gonna say that this car really has surprised me. And I think the biggest surprise is I don't know why, based on nothing, I really made the assumption that this was like the rebirth of the TT, because it's such it has, again, not the form factor that the original Freeman Thomas designed TT had, but I don't know, just kind of looked closer to that than the R8. But I'm telling you, the performance of this thing, and I say this, I drove an R8 about 3 hours ago, first gen R8, this blows it out of the water in terms of acceleration, but also honestly the steering's better. This is really good. I just wasn't expecting this at all. I'm thoroughly impressed. What do I think? I think the future of Audi's pretty bright. I mean, this interior is magnificent. I love the way this thing looked in photos. It's actually much better in sunlight. You really just see, like, it's quite dimensional, which is a bizarre thing to say, but in photos everything is flattened out and two-dimensional. There's more curves in reality than you see on your phone screen. It really does pop. And yeah, I'm excited to see where this brand is headed, because 20 years ago, Audi kind of revolutionized car design, right? They put in all these cool haptic switches, and all the buttons made the same noise. First time anyone had ever done that. And then the big grille design language, Toyota is still using it. Like they changed the shape of the automotive industry, and I think the Concept C previews, well, the rebirth of that. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. Johnny Lieberman signing off from Motor Trend, and we'll catch you on the next one.